Alrighty, we are connecting. Hopefully the stream health is going to be nice and stable since the settings we just last week worked. Why do I sound so quiet? What the heck? In my own head I sound weird. Hold on, checking audio. Stream health is going to be nice and stable since we just last week worked. Why do I sound so quiet? Okay, it sounds right. Sounds excellent. Let me just like shake my head a bit so that I feel like that thing that happens when you're like you just got done swimming and your head feels empty and weird. That didn't make sense, but I didn't just get done swimming, so I don't know what's up. What a thing to do right before streaming. I'm just gonna go to the pool, you know, and then come back. All right, I grabbed the link. Maybe? Yeah, let's make sure we grab the link. Let me send it to the Discords. Not that Discord. Oh, actually, yeah, we can put it here. Lounge. And if everything is working, oh wait, one more spot to put the link. We'll share the news. Excellent. The social medias have been dealt with. Hello, Kami. What's up? Let me check my list. So we have a few things. I'm going to make a notepad so we can write them down. List. Hello, list. We have a few things we're going to work on today. I'm kind of getting to the point where we're close to releasing the alpha test of this game, this version, the next one, 2.0, 2.5.0. And most of the stuff that's left I don't really want to show on stream because either it's very technical and not that interesting, or it is super spoilers. Like I don't want to just, like, part of my testing process involves playing the whole game. But hello, story time with Wookie. Great name, by the way. So today we're actually doing several just small kind of maintenance tasks in a way, but I should be able to look at lots of different parts of the code. So we need pop-up sprites, like dialog boxes. There was a system for displaying a short clip of text at a particular location. I updated that to display it at the top of the screen so I could use it for something else, but I need to make a new one for NPCs that are saying like hello as you pass them kind of stuff. That shouldn't take too long. Day-night cycle in the intro. We can do that because that's already part of the old version. Intro cutscene, screen fade. This was something someone suggested on stream to have it fade to the Last Librarian. I think that's what I want to do. The early cutscene, it's this awkward thing where it happens right before it becomes morning, and then like right after the cutscene you have the cutscene for the morning time. I don't like that. The problem is though I don't want all the NPCs to be there too, so I'm going to have a different fade that puts the NPCs in. We can do the laser audio system, and then imps. We're going to do that first. Imps are bad. We need to fix them. I'm not going to write that one down. We're not doing that right now. Excellent. So here's the things we're doing today. This will be our reference. Let's take a look at the imps first. Let me just close some of our tabs. Excellent. So I'm going to go to our test room and just give us a imp nest. This is weird. Let's see here. Enemies. That's good. And then this should be okay, cool. Let us explore, fight the imps, just see kind of how it goes, you know. Uh-oh. Actually, I don't know where I am in the world. Hopefully it's not a spoilerly location. It's kind of, but not really. Teleport. RM test. Save. Daytime. I want it to be daytime. Save. Cool. Actually, let me adjust the audio. That's kind of loud. And then we can make it full screen so you guys can all... actually, what is my... There we go. That's why it was so loud. I was listening to music in the library. Uh-oh. So here's the imps, which I actually hate. Maybe I don't hate them that much. I feel like... Okay, so part of it is... There's no telegraph, and I thought I programmed a telegraph, but that's not apparently working. And then it just spawns more, like, immediately. So part of it is we need a telegraph. So they have a sprite for... I think they do delay for a moment or not. I don't know what's going on here. Because they seem to chase and then they just attack. So I should need them to stop and then swing. I was thinking of programming them to go in groups, but I think if I just telegraph this better, we'll actually be okay. And then I can actually add some trending behavior for them to kind of go in swarms, because that would be cool. Die. So like they won't attack unless there's one more imp within a certain range of them. And then otherwise they'll go towards them. That might look good. We'll try that out. So we actually need to look at the imp, AI, code, step, event. So it's been a while since I coded this. Getting the player distance. Then state is none. That should be the default state. This is just going to wander around. So it hasn't found the player. It can switch to the chase state if it can see the player and it's within the range. This is all good. Now chase state. Yeah, I really should switch to using switches. I learned switches in GameMaker, but I didn't like them very much. And then I learned them in C++, and now I know why you use them, but it's fine. I'm not going to update the code at the moment. I don't know, switch statements just were not as intuitive to me as if else, if else, if else. Let's see here. State chase. Is this all of this? Yeah. So here's if not angered, angered equals true. Var owner equals, okay, so this basically makes all of the imps of the same tree base also become angered. So it can also switch the state. So when one imp switches states, all the imps switch states so that they chase you all at once, which is definitely what I want. Make all imps, nope. Now if dash equals 0, I think that's a dash cooldown. This is the dashing. Okay. If it's larger, we're going to chase the player. Larger than 128. It's larger than the... Okay. This won't work though, because let's make this a little bit larger. I was thinking because the imps will then all become angry, but some of them will still be outside the range, so they won't chase. I don't think it will override this because it will only happen once too when it originally gets angry. So this will just make it kind of a larger range, I guess. We'll see if that works. This should not be here. Oh, if dash is 0. Let's still put it at the end where the state changes should be. Here we go. Dang it. Visual Studio is better at that. I'm realizing this thing about Visual Studio. Idle, because it's chasing, just chases with that. Attacking. Okay. It's not supposed to be this. Forest imp charge. I don't know if this is right, if that's the right sprite, but let's check. Let's check. We made some very small changes. I think I might have just added the telegraph that I want for them. No, really not. You can see there's no, they just kind of go all of a sudden. Let's make the range that they chase you to a little bit larger than this. That's good. Because they were kind of really close. They stop when you're like near. Hey, John Andrews. What's up? Then Tangle Bulb. Yeah, I need to get new. I'm gonna get new sound effects for these guys. I'll do over the next week. I have this, my brethren, indeed, game developers, us all. I have a schedule now that kind of involves the most time I get for like serious game development is on the weekends. I did 4 hours yesterday, which is all I've done all week basically. Those 4 hours because of homework and work. But I have an hour each night, so I realized I think I can get, if I just say I'm going to make one sprite or one sound effect per night, I'll be making more progress that way. So over the next week, I'm going to try to do that, get all the sound effects probably done by the end of the week before I have those 4 hours, and they'll have assets to work with. So I'm going to see if I can do that, but we'll see. I expect most of the game development on this project is going to be done during the summer when I have 8 hours a day to do it. In the meantime, though, sprite index dash equals 120 dash cooldown. So I actually think I need another state. Dash. Here's the dash bit. Yeah, there is bugs with these. This is not how I intended the behavior to be, but I didn't know it was damaged. Well, that's funny because they won't ever be damaged because they just die in one hit. Here, we're gonna make a new sprite. This will be easy. 24 divided by 4. What's that? 6? Yeah. 5. Okay. Ah! Don't cover his eyes. This is good. Is it? That's better. Actually, hold on. Ah! Game Maker, why do you do this to me? Okay, now we're going to resize this back to its proper size, 24. Alrighty. So now what I actually need is dash cooldown. Trying to think this through in my brain. This is the dash part. This whole bit of code is dash. So we're actually going to put this into a new state. Else if we can do that. Excellent. I don't know why that was. This should be the state machine, right? Yep. And we can just put this down here in cooldowns instead. Make this a proper state machine, not this weird clunky in-between thing. And then we actually need a state wait, else if state oh, actually, I know why the cooldown was over here. Should be here, actually. Because I only want it to do the cooldown while it's moving, so that it has to move for a certain amount of time before it attacks again. So now we have this if it's out of range. And then, instead of all this bit, if the distance is less than 192 and dash cooldown equals 0, if that's 0. So if the distance is close enough and the cooldown is done, now we can go state equals state.wait. And in that state, sprite index equals wait. Okay. And then this bit is going to be Yes. Brilliant. Okay. In here, we can do dash cooldown again. This is going to be our anticipation frames. Not that, all this. Tap out. There we go. So now if the dash cooldown is 0, then it will do all this attack stuff. And instead of saying dash equals 120, cooldown. With object index, does this include itself? It must, because otherwise this wouldn't have worked. Point direction, sprite index, dash cooldown. And then we just say state equals state.attack. And I'll switch to the attack state and do this. And then dash cooldown is 180 again. Instead, we're going to put that else. Then we reset the dash cooldown and set it back to state equals state dot none. No, state dot chase. This is very technical, sorry for folks who aren't that interested in programming. I think I probably made a mistake. Dash. Oh, I do need to move this bit back into the general cooldowns because now we're using it in multiple places. We just reset it before we go into the state that we want to use it in so that we know it's correct. Let's go. Let's test this. There's got to be at least 4 things wrong with this code. But it compiles, so you know we're doing all right so far. That's the big step, you know. Let's go. Well, it almost works. Oh, it actually works perfectly, except my delay is just very slow, very short. Okay, that's actually kind of mind-blowing. Let's take our delay, let's label this value anticipation delay, so I know that in the future. Let's make this 45. It's probably too long, 45, but 15 was really short, so I think the anticipation for the archers is 30. Huh. 45 is probably better for these guys. Oh, that's weird. 30 is just about right. But look, this is much better. Yeah, that's... Look, I got them stuck in some kind of weird... that. Sorry for any audio issues that occurred. I wish I checked the stream to see what had happened exactly. We're gonna have to replicate that, but let's make it 30. So what was that probably? Well, it's playing the sound a lot. So where's the sound played again? Let's find that. So it's stuck in the weight. Oh, okay, this isn't right. This is the weight. We actually want to set them into the weight state and then handle that part themselves. So okay, so here we go. Here's the spot where we're doing the weight. If var owner id equals owner, let's make it like there's a little bit of leeway there, where it can attack a little bit sooner if another one gets triggered, just so that we're more likely to have them attack in swarms. I don't think we need that necessarily. Then we're going to say this bit x. Okay. So now all of them should do this, and then now in the state, wait, they just handle it, right? Cooldown equals 0, state. We don't do this whole doing it again. We do. Actually, let's make it not even just this, but now we can make them attack slightly different times by adding a 5 random to this cooldown, so that they'll like clump up all at once and then they'll attack like one after another, which will make them much more interesting. And then here's this, if the dash cooldown is 0, then we play the sound, we say just this stuff directly, we don't need this whole owner bit. Dash equals 120, dash direction, sprite index, put that at the top because it's a graphical option. Dash cooldown, state dot attack sound. This will probably work better. The code is much neater now. This is what state machines are for. I should have used a proper state machine when I coded this the first time, but yeah, look at that. That cooldown is kind of slow though. Yeah, now they don't attack together very well. That one's stuck. Well, this is fine. Hello, imp. Now it looks like I'm kind of holding it. Oh, they attacked. Okay. Get out of here. Just, yeah. Alright, so something's not causing them to move states. Oh, actually, you know what? I bet it's this. We need to make sure this only happens when they're in state. Chase. You know what? We don't even need to check who the owner is. We can just do this. So any of them in the chase state will do it. And we can simplify that. Better. Checking it again. And then we're going to add our tendency to fly towards other imps when wandering, so that you're more likely to get them kind of in clumps. I'm just going to let them attack me for a while to make sure we don't have any more bugs. Seems to be going okay. I mean, we have lots of bugs. These stupid imps basically are bugs, but... I really want to just make them, like, do way more damage so that they're actually scary, but... That one's stuck in the hurt animation. Come on, let me try to get that happen again. Oh, I have to do it with my boomerang, that's the problem. Look, I got it, He's just like... What's the return state? Okay. Somewhat better. Let me check what the return state for these guys are and see if that's part of the issue. Enemy imp. Create return state chase. I think the dash cooldown has to be 0 if you get hit. Else if... No, just to set that to 5. Can I make it so that when they're waiting outside of the player range, they wander still? Here's changing to chase the player. Straight dot chase. We can just add an else in here. Wander. Range 60, 32. 45. What's speed? That should add like a kind of wandering thing when they're close, so that you're not just seeing them like holding still before they're actually queued to attack. Let's go check one more time. Oh! Oh dear. That's awkward. I didn't set up a speed variable? That is sloppy programming. Also, it should have a default variable. I'm surprised it doesn't. So I should be using things relative to speed so I can adjust their speed live. Like, if I want to make a hard mode of the game, I should be able to go and say, this enemy now has a speed of 6, which would actually be impossible to deal with. Okay. Yeah, now they're like posturing. They're like, hey, I see you, dude. I'm gonna move around now. Okay, maybe that's a little too fast. Hey, Casmon. What's up? Okay. Just... Oh, there's another one stuck in his state. They at least recover from their state stuck, but I don't want that to happen. They're better now. Okay, that movement is weird. Let's make it a little slower. Ah, dang it, I keep hitting page down and page up. That's probably good. Oh, the problem, why it was faster is that you were getting the... Oh no, that's not true. I just say I think that they're overlapping, but they're not. They're in separate cases. So, let's make this 92. I see the problem here. Because I changed those to be the same, we're getting some strange behavior. Because this one now, if it's less than that, it'll move towards it, and then it will wander around within that range. That's good. Okay, okay. Just for testing, you know, we need to see if it looks right. But I can also add the wandering. I can add inst equals instance nearest xy object index. Does that not include me? Searching something. Yeah, probably not. I think I have an instance nearest not me function that I wrote. Let me try that. What do you know? Instance. Wait. How do I use this? I wrote this function. That's a really weird way to do it. That's super strange. But that's how I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, so this should give the nearest instance that isn't this. And then point distance y inst.x int.y is less is greater than 64. Chase go x inst.x inst.y 1 15 is good. All right, so now they should. I'm missing a parentheses. Nope, there's a. Why are there people in my home screaming out there? Is it time to rewrite some old code? Not exactly. We're updating the AI. Not fully rewriting it, but it has involved a lot of rewriting old stuff. This is the imps, which I've basically hated since the inception of them. Okay, let's see if they do move towards each other. They clump up. That's cool now. That's what I wanted. So, oh gosh. Jeez. Unknown object. Huh. Did I? That's not possible. That's weird. Okay, I don't know what that bug was. Hold on, let me run it again and get it to happen. Because I need to look at that more carefully then. It should not be able to be destroyed in between those two steps. Come on. Oh, I'm talking about the function code you were looking at. Oh gosh, they're stuck again. Dang it. Don't do that to me. Yeah. No, I don't think I need to rewrite it. I just hadn't looked at that in a while. I made that a long time ago. I think back like almost a year ago. So I haven't used it since then either. Okay, so they got stuck. I need to figure out, they were stuck in the waiting state. Oh, I got one more stuck. Anyone know how that happened? Hold on, I'm watching the stream. Ah, I missed it. What happened? I can't get the other one stuck. Let's see here. That one got stuck. Okay, good. Now I can... Oh, they both got stuck. Good. Let me check the stream. Since it's a little bit delayed, I can see it. Ow. They like get hit while in one of their states. Maybe dash isn't being cooled down. Let me see if I do. This will definitely ensure that if it gets damaged, it won't. But I didn't. If I was hitting one of them with a sword when it happened. Man, state machines. They're so nice most of the time.
What's up, Dad? Oh, okay.
Jeez. Anticipation delay, that's good. Still getting stuck. And then there was still that glitch, the one crash that happened where it said, hey, that instance doesn't exist, which really confuses me. I wish I had copied it and put it in a text file so I could look at it again. But we can't have imps that just crash on us. Ah! As if there's only one imp left, something happens. Okay. I think, here, let's copy this and put it in a text. We can just put it in this text. What the? Yeah, why is it? There we go. Do you have a default state? Yeah, it would be state.none, which is here. It actually, when you get it hit, it goes to state.chase, but anything that gets hit should execute the code in this state also, state.damaged. So I think that when I'm hitting it, it sometimes causes an issue, so that's why I reset the variables. But we'll have to just keep dashing around and wait to see if they get stuck or anything. This means step event 0. That's not helpful to me. Moving towards nearby imps. Okay, so it's this line up here that says there isn't one. Instance exists. I shouldn't need that. Except that even if I do no one, if this function returns no one when there isn't, yeah. So it returns no one, that's the issue. If there isn't one, then... okay, so the reason this function is weird to me is that I just copied it off of a site, and that's why it is different than my traditional formatting. But it works. It's not very complicated. All right, so that's the issue. This is the bug. It isn't finding another imp, and so it returns no one, which then if I try to access no one.x, it crashes. Well, there we go. What state is it in? Is it in this wait state? It's not, is it? Hit me there. That one got stuck again. Okay, watching. So it's at the end of the dash state. Here's what I'm going to do. Let me add a line in the draw event. Draw and get it to get stuck, and then it can tell us which state it's stuck in. And then I probably just like forgot a case to return to another state. That like, or it's like you can only return from this state to another state if it's within a certain range. I'm suspecting it's the end of the dash state that's causing the issues. Oh, that my draw code isn't working. Or, you know, let's just put it in the regular draw event. I didn't know if that was going to work. This will give us a number, and then we can check the enumerator to see which state it is in. And then we can check to make sure that the conditions for leaving that state are done correctly. I think it's the dash state that's broken. But 0, 6, 4. Three. There we go, stuck in state 3. If we watch it, eventually it will attack again. That's the weird thing. Oh no, I think it was only being attacked, triggered by, yeah, other imps can trigger it. So 3 might be the chase state? Let's check. Here, this is the fastest way. Just hit the state and then hit F1. It will open the enumerator definition. 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 is the chase state. Called it. How the heck is it getting stuck in that state? Well, I guess we go look at the code. Weirdo. Why would you? Candle damage false if not angered. Oh. That returns to none state. That's irrelevant. This is probably the issue. No, this... If it's not angered, anger equals true. Do I set angered again to false somewhere else? No. Okay, that's probably part of the problem. Because it won't... That just sets the other instances into state. Instead of that, why don't we just put this code here for our owner ID. When it goes into the chase state, it also tells the other nearby imps to do that. Yeah, that's much more reasonable. This is another thing, what the states are for. If you want something to happen when you change state, you put it in the change state case. You don't put it in the state and then have another variable keeping track of that. That's silly. This was bad. This was a poorly written state machine. I don't know why it was so bad. Past self was dumb. That should help, at least. Let me make sure there's nothing else. Getting hit at the end, dashing. This might need to be outside of it. Because let's see, dash is a value. Distance is larger than. It should be moving though, that's the thing. Wandering. But there's not really any reason not to just move this state outside of this checkout. It should be over here, according to the conventions of the state machine. This state should be able to happen no matter what. So let's put it in here. It shouldn't have to wait for the dash cooldown. And is dash a cooldown out here? Ah, so that's another potential issue that we should take a look at. Look, it happened again. Now, that was even easier to do. Not states? What? I'm not sure what not states means. I think the dash if the cooldowns should be out here so that if you change states, the cooldowns can still finish.
Hey, can I use Mandy's phone real quick?
Sure. I'm streaming at the moment, so don't make too much noise, but you're fine. Let's see. It didn't get stuck so far. Turn the... Wait, that one just like broke away all of a sudden. That was weird. Oof. They got mad at me. Why are they like groups of two? Oh, well, because two imps are going to collect together, but then the nearest imp will always be the one they're just collected with. So you'll get them in groups of two. That makes sense. I want them to move all clumped together, so... Uh-oh. Oh, I don't think... Did that one actually get stuck, or was it just... Here's the issue. Oh, wait, never mind. That didn't work. That's not the issue at all. It's better. it's still stuck in the state, the chase state. So it goes to chase. Do I need this? Check? I don't think I do. Shouldn't matter if dash is 0 or not here. Dash is just the timer. It should only matter what the dash cooldown is. Still cleaning up stuff. It's like everything I delete makes the code work better. I think if you did it using just if blocks, then you can have a chance to recover every frame. Yes. Can you explain what you mean by that a little further? So I don't need that. Far distance less. What are the cases here? Okay, actually, I think I have another theory here. No. Doesn't matter. So if it's larger than 128, you're moving towards the player. If it's less than 192, the cooldown is 0, then you're not. Not done. What is the range of this? Bar range 256. Alright, that's not the issue then. I was thinking maybe it was like switching between none state and chase state really fast, and that's why we still didn't see that the value changed. No, it should be every frame though, because it's if else. Oh, I see what you mean. If I just used if and didn't use if else. Well, yeah, that kind of system might work. In this case, it has to be well, we can see though that it's stuck in the chase state. That's the problem. And I don't know why it is. Maybe it wasn't. It was just one. It was just where a switch might work, yeah. If I was writing it from scratch, I would definitely do something like that. In this case, I think it's just a logic error I made somewhere. Part, fade, bush, butterfly, sure. Okay, I'm checking something. We can see if this is where it's getting stuck, because that's actually a possibility. If it's at the right angle, it could be just that it's supposed to be moving towards me or wandering around, but it's actually wandering away and forward, so it's actually kind of toggling back and forth. Like, I can't get it to happen again now. That's the thing. It keeps, like, everything I do... One of the things, the state might not be updating at the right time. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that could be the case, though. Like, I don't... If that's what's happening, and then it's above my head to fix it. Like, maybe it's actually just fine. Like, I don't see it now. I think it might be fixed because of taking out the dash bit. Which doesn't make sense to me, but... The dash was somehow... Oh! Wait. No. I don't know. Alright, so it looks like it's actually mostly okay for now. What I'm going to do is we're just going to keep working on the other aspect of it, getting them to clump together a little bit to make them do that, and then if we see it again, we'll address the problem again with more information. But I think it might have actually been solved by deleting the checking for dash in this case. I actually need one more state variable. I don't like doing this, but I'm going to... in this case, wandering. It's not wandering, and then in the distance is large, it's going to chase. Else, no, that's not what I want. $128 plus 32. Here, let's just do 192. Wait, 128 plus 32. 160. Actually, no, we'll do that in my head, but whatever. Okay, so now it should wander a little bit better. That's just to make it so that, like, once it goes in, it should then wander until you become a slightly larger range, and then it can go back to chasing you fully. Okay, the posturing works much better now. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Whoa, that's a lot of... Look at that. It's glorious. That's not good. Because, oh boy. How's this for a glitch? Oops. Huh. That's... Yeah, I know why this is happening. Easy to fix, I think. I'm curious though, is there anywhere in the... there's nowhere in the actual game where that would cause an issue, because you could just clip into the switch, but let's fix that for sure. This one. Poopy mask. Yeah. It's interesting. We're going to just do this manually. It's not going to be quite as precise, but it's less likely to have glitches. Good thing I found that. That would have been... I mean, someone would have found it. The alpha testers here are pretty good. Shout out to the alpha testers. All right. Seems to work. The ones that don't rotate. Oh. Hooray, I can go through this way and go this way. And this is a little mini model of the dungeon that we made. Boop. Hooray. Yay. All right. Wait. What am I doing? I was going to go check the imps. That was weird. Those ones dashed and then just gave up. That's fine though. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, so that was a nice bug to fix. But I don't get to add it to my bug list because that hasn't been a published version yet. Okay. That was a tangent. A little bit of random babbling. I want the imps to be better at finding other imps. Here's them. So here's the problem. If every imp just looks for the closest imp, then they're just going to draw closer together to the nearest one. And it's likely that you'll end up with two clumps of two. And then these two imps are never going to go into this imp unless they happen to get so close. But then it's still like they're going to break apart, right? Because one of them will be like further away. It's going to try to go towards one, but they're going to be mutually. So now my question is, what happens? Well, first of all, how do we do this in a simple way? Let's say we're in a rectangle like this. What if we have them each go to the second closest imp? So this one goes there, and this one goes there and there. Oh, it's going to be the same problem. Oh, it won't be the same problem, because here's the thing. These will then get closer together, right? Like this. And then they're going to switch to going to the second closest imp, which should be this one. And then anytime one of them gets a little too far away, they're going to pull back together. I think that will work. So I need to actually find the second closest imp. All right, we actually need to find instance nearest nth. We need to make a new function for this, but that's a good one to have anyways. So functions. Do you have a general? Other? Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to learn how to use priority lists today, because that's what I saw on the forum thread that I was just checking. But let me look up the help manual. I'm going to do this myself because then I'll actually understand how it works. Param x, param y, param object. Oh. And there we go. DS priority queue. This is reading. But this is how programming works. You see, no programmer really knows everything. You just look it up when you need to do it. Data structure and return the next value. Okay. Code. RPQ. Oh, gosh. I'm not spelling Q. I'm just going to use the capital letter Q. Priority queue, DS priority create. This works. And then with object DS priority add ID value. Oh, this is actually PQ ID, and the priority of this is going to be point distance x y x x y y. So the furthest will actually be the highest priority. This might not always work, because it has to be a real number. Hold on. Point distance. This should work. And then, well, okay. Priority destroy PQ at the end. return no one by default. Then we can how do I check the ints? Repeat n times. I am butchering this code. Priority min. What? Find min. Thank you. Now what happens if there's nothing here? Priority, is there a size? Q. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Why are they shouting? Value, because we have to actually do this. Value. This is, oh, I didn't even put the code in. I swear this isn't going to work, is it? Here, let's try something. Graphics. Ally. We're gonna mark this draw circle. Okay, so that will have the ally, and then in every step, instead of, where did it go? Instance nearest not me. Instance nearest nth. X, Y, object index. So 0 will be you. 1 will be the next nearest. 2 is the one we're looking for, I think. And then here we can just say, okay, this is not going to work. There's no way. I've never used these things before, and it's like 30 lines of code. But I don't know what could be wrong, so we're just going to run it and see what happens. Where's the fourth one? These three are all kind of clumped. Oh, see, now they're clumped into groups of 3. This guy can't, well, he should be able to move towards one of them. You can have multiple moving towards the same one. That was mean. as we can see, they do clump together in threes. But the other one should still find the nearest one. This is interesting behavior to try to figure out. Let us give us a this one. Camera show. So now we can watch them from the safety of the outdoors. So why is there one that's just like not? Here's a better idea. This will help us. Draw. Instead of drawing a circle at your ally, we're going to draw line x, y, ally dot x, ally dot y. And now we should see lines connecting the two that should be moving towards each other. This is really interesting looking. I'm kind of mesmerized. Okay, here, we're gonna do something else. Instead of this, we're gonna do this. Imps, enemies, forest, imp. Let's see, 9. To see how 9 of them behave all at once. So we can see here we've actually got a distinct separate group. I'm just watching it. It's kind of really interesting, honestly. Okay, hold up. We're going to pause when they're relatively far apart and then check the lines. Alright. This one is connected to this one, which might be further. This one's connected to that one, which is the second closest. This one connected to this one, because this one is the second closest to that one. This one's clicking to this one because that one's closer. Okay. Let's try changing that number to, well, actually first let's just, you know, we gotta know. Like, is this any better than just turning it off? We can answer that. Good. Step. Oh, that's bad. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold up. There we go. We need the wander code still in there. What happens if we turn that off? Do they go further apart? Yeah, I think they do. Oh! There's a lot of imps. Problem is, there we go. Now they're kind of spread out a little bit. Oh Lord, I'm terrified. There's so many of them. Honestly, this wandering doesn't help. Unless... let's just try this. This is only in the state none. What happens if we use this just as the one? Okay, so I was not even testing this in the state that I wanted it tested in. But state none. This is a slightly more complicated, but let's see what happens. These guys should be in none state. How did he get... Wow. Okay, so now let's check this. Okay. This is wander but it doesn't stay in one place. That is not what I meant to do. This spell. Because now they're like all over the place. So that is an issue. Control Shift. Okay. Let's check this. Yeah, it's a pretty large range. Make that random instead. This happens when we make the speed higher. I'm thinking what I might just need to do is take this part of the clumping code and put it in the chase state and see how that behaves. So this is when they're like super speedy. One other thing I want to try, changing this number might affect something. Come on, compile. Let's go. Okay, now they definitely move in clumps. Of about 4. Interesting. It's as if the average clump size is actually the n value plus 1. Oh, well, here we have 6 moving in a clump. Oof, that was nice. Hefty screen shake there. Let's put it back to 2 and put this in the chase section. Yeah, actually it works. We can see with the super speed, they start chasing, they're like, ah, gotta get near the other imps. Although if there's some that are really far away that aren't in the chasing mood. And they kind of freak out, but this is some interesting AI. I like the lines. It makes me happy. All right, so let's take this speed back down to 1. There's never going to be this many imps. Although this is another one of those enemies that doesn't actually get that much harder the more of them there are. Uh-oh. Ooh, compiling is going slow. There you go. Dear Lord, what was that? I think it helps. Honestly, it's really hard to tell. No, it does help. You can see that as they're coming, they do clump closer. All right, we'll leave it as it is, and now we can take out our draw function. We don't need that anymore. Delete. And now we can delete most of these things. Give us 1 imp nest. Delete the camera focus, and let's fight the imps one more time. Make sure they aren't getting stuck in states like they were earlier. Yeah, there we go. See, we can see them a little bit trying to clump. But these guys should clump because they're not chasing. That's the problem. What state are they in? That was an interesting lag spike. I can't tell. They should have been in 3? Is there a wonder state? Hold up. We're not done. I'm thirsty. Where is my nearest drink? Yeah, this is the wander state. They should be slowly making their way back to their home base. Or so I thought. Oh. I changed this for testing purposes and didn't change it back. That's why it was behaving oddly to me. Okay, this should be the last test, and then I'm just going to say imps are better than they were before, if that's good enough. We were going to do many small things, but instead we just did imps. Which is, I guess, imps are many small things. Yeah, we can see them clumping together when they move a little faster. They're rushing to allyship. The problem is they only do it when they're chasing. So what I need is something that means that all the imps, if any of the imps that are of a particular nest are chasing the player, This might backfire horribly, but let's try it. Actually, let me check something. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Oh, stream health, back up. It seems to be working fairly well today. The settings I did last week seem to have. This ensures they chase. Can I escape them at all? That one is 0. Nope, you can't. They form a self-reinforcing chase loop. But look, they form a really nice clump now. What the heck? Their AI is not that smart. There we go. That will just increase the range of which we do this. That might work. Dang it, why can't I just... Look how dumb this AI is. Oh, that's a lag. Don't worry about it. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna fix the AI later, like the... Which one is it? This... Wall enemy. I need a better chase AI, but it's fine. Okay. We can delete this, and imps are good. Hooray! Alright, here's some other small bits. We've about 15 minutes of the stream left. We can work on those things. What was one of those things? Laser audio. Actually, I can't do that at the moment. I need some assets for that. Intro, cutscene, and these two things kind of go together. We can work on that maybe. Oh, maybe. We're going to do this first thing, pop-up sprites dialog. Let me check for... Where's the object? Display? Messages, pop-up. Okay, this is going to be basically identical to the regular pop-up, except this one is not going to draw here. It's going to change event, draw, regular draw. Cam X is going to be X, Y. Okay. And then we can get our script. There's one place where I know this happens. It's the cutscene objects. Deep City. Second one. Hail Emperor message. Pop up. Speech. All hail the Emperor. And then we just take the con pop up. I need to organize my functions list. We're just doing it at a different layer. And object pop-up, speech pop-up. What was it? There we go. Language. Oh, this is funny. That's super old. It was back when I was gonna have the game be in Spanish and English. That's not possible to do with what it is, but too much work. Sadly. Someday I'll have a game that is in multiple languages. This one will probably not be able to be localized ever. It's too hard coded. You have to use like external language files for that kind of thing, which I did not set up beforehand. Ugh. So there's two things. We can check now the Deep City cutscene and watch the pop-up for All Hail the Emperor. And then we can also go buy some items from a shopkeeper and see whether that looks right or if we want to use pop-up for that. Oh man, the cutscene isn't. Don't waste it. Yeah, I think it's better to have it. Should I have it as a pop-up above his head or a pop-up on the screen like it is now? Let's just buy. Don't. Uh-oh, it's slow. This happens when the stream is behind because I have high priority on the stream setting. This only happens when I'm streaming most of the time. It happens like once or twice out of it. So okay, so now if we try to buy it again, now I can sell him items. Don't waste it. One for 10 gems? Sure. Ooh, let's sell all the keys. And sell all 9 for 270 gems. It's the only way to get rid of items at the moment. I should add, I think that's on my list to add. Oh, and check out the new icons above the names. Look, I can say consume down there. It tells you which button to press. And read this. Read. I don't think there's anything else you can interact with. But I can set up any kind of custom interaction method. And then I have a function that just does any item that if you press A over it, it actually runs the function and checks. If it's in there, then it tells you what to do with it. So I can read it from our inventory. Or I can equip it and use it this way. And it's the same function too. It's really nice. So we're actually going to make a new game. /gain. Let's equip our... Why did it replace the... Okay. Deep city. How'd you get in from the swamp? No one lives out there. Okay, that was... Oh, Sathrasaur. Oh no, that's... never mind. For a second I was like, oh, that's a lore conflict. This character's name is Sathrasaur. That's bad. Because I thought there was someone else, but it's Cerulsaur, who's the other character. Well, I am the Somasaur of the Afrin. This is the esteemed Emperor of Kaizen visiting our humble city to aid in some of our recent policies. All hail the Emperor. Okay, that worked perfectly. Brilliant. We're dealing with a disturbing influx of refugees as of late. That's what I imagine his voice. But let's just, you know... We don't need to watch this whole cutscene. Yes, I do want to save. Ooh, is the guy up here, the mushroom guy? Out here in the night? Oops, I better delete those. Hey, buddy. I need help with something. Okay, what do you need? Hey, buddy, they're right here. Alright, let's delete those extra mushrooms because we don't need them there. Oh, and speaking of that, there was another deep city. Hello. 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 Delete. There we go. Okay. There was a script items. One of these items down here has a... Where is it? Golden sand. Typo. I need a period there. I noticed it the other day. All right. Oh, I can check off imps on my list of things to do and pop-up sprite functionality. Yay, we did 2 things in 2 hours. we go. Day-night cycle. I'll do that later, and I'll do the laser audio. Can I do that tonight? Probably not. I have work I have to do. Like, more important, sadly, than... I don't need to save it. We can delete that, actually. Oh, I was going to do one more thing. What was I planning to check? I can't remember. Whatever. Thanks, everyone who showed up and checked it out. As always, the VOD will also be on YouTube if you missed part of it and you want to see that. Hopefully we'll have the final like alpha version soon. Maybe by the end of the month we'll have an alpha version. It's a bit tricky because I have lots of work to do that isn't game development. As much as I would like to just spend my whole life making games. But I'll do my best. So thanks for hanging out. I'll see you all later. The final like alpha version soon.